Future trend. 6. Biosecurity evolution. Predictive defense and immune enhancement. Biosecurity from 2025 to 2040 will evolve from reactive disease management to predictive immune system enhancement, creating animals with superior natural defenses and early warning systems that prevent outbreaks before they occur, fundamentally changing the relationship between farms and disease threats. Predictive biosecurity systems will transform threat detection and prevention. AI outbreak prediction will forecast disease risks 2 to 6 weeks before emergence through analysis of environmental conditions, animal behavior patterns, pathogen surveillance data, and regional disease trends that precede outbreaks. These systems will integrate weather data, wildlife disease monitoring, feed quality assessments, and human movement patterns to identify conditions that favor disease transmission and emergence, enabling proactive prevention rather than reactive response. Environmental monitoring will use advanced sensors to detect pathogens in air, water, feed, and animal populations before they cause clinical disease, providing early warning systems that enable intervention during the subclinical phase when prevention is most effective. Atmospheric pathogen detection will identify airborne disease threats from neighboring operations or wildlife populations, enabling protective measures before pathogens reach farm animals. Water system monitoring will continuously assess water quality for pathogen presence, chemical contamination, and other factors that affect animal health and disease susceptibility. Feed contamination detection will identify mycotoxins, bacteria, viruses, and other harmful agents in feed before they are consumed, preventing foodborne diseases and performance problems. Behavioral analysis will use AI to recognize subtle changes in animal behavior that indicate health threats before clinical signs appear, enabling early intervention and treatment when outcomes are most favorable. Network integration will provide real-time health data sharing across regional and national farm networks, creating collective intelligence systems that benefit all participants through shared threat assessment and response coordination. Immune system enhancement will create animals with superior disease resistance through multiple complementary approaches. Genetic optimization will improve natural disease resistance through precision breeding that enhances immune function while maintaining production characteristics and animal welfare. Advanced genetic selection will identify and propagate immune system characteristics that provide broad-spectrum disease resistance without compromising other important traits like production, fertility, and longevity. Epigenetic programming will optimize immune gene expression through environmental and nutritional interventions that enhance immune function without genetic modification, creating heritable improvements in disease resistance. Synthetic immunity will provide custom antibodies and immune responses for specific threats through engineered immune proteins that provide superior protection against targeted pathogens. Designer antibodies will offer protection against diseases that natural immunity cannot effectively address, providing rapid response capabilities for emerging disease threats. Programmable immune responses will enable immune systems to be updated like software to address new threats, creating adaptive protection that evolves with changing disease challenges. Adaptive protection will enhance immune systems' ability to strengthen against new pathogens through interventions that improve immune memory and response capabilities. Selective targeting will enhance immunity against harmful organisms while preserving beneficial microorganisms that support animal health, maintaining healthy microbial ecosystems while protecting against disease. Smart infrastructure will create environments that actively prevent disease transmission. Self-sterilizing surfaces will continuously eliminate pathogens on contact through antimicrobial materials that maintain sterile conditions without chemical applications. Advanced materials will incorporate antimicrobial properties that remain effective over extended periods while being safe for animals and humans, reducing pathogen survival in farm environments. UV sterilization systems will provide automated pathogen elimination in air and on surfaces through strategically placed UV lights that operate continuously or on schedules that optimize pathogen control while minimizing energy use. Plasma treatment will offer advanced sterilization that destroys pathogens without chemicals, providing effective pathogen control without chemical residues or environmental impact. Electromagnetic barriers will prevent pathogen transmission through energy fields that disrupt pathogen viability and transmission, while being invisible and harmless to animals and humans. Automated quarantine systems will isolate and treat suspected cases without human intervention, reducing disease transmission risks while ensuring rapid response to health threats. Robot-operated quarantine facilities will provide immediate isolation and care for animals showing signs of illness, preventing disease spread while ensuring appropriate treatment and monitoring. Automated health assessment will continuously evaluate animal health status and immediately initiate quarantine protocols when disease indicators are detected. Pathogen neutralization will create environmental systems that prevent disease transmission through biological, physical, and chemical approaches that eliminate pathogens before they can spread. Beneficial bacteria deployment will use protective microorganisms that compete with harmful pathogens, creating biological barriers that prevent pathogen establishment and transmission. Air filtration systems will remove pathogens from air supplies, creating clean air environments that reduce respiratory disease transmission and improve overall animal health. Water treatment systems will eliminate pathogens from water supplies through multiple treatment approaches that ensure clean, safe water while maintaining beneficial mineral content. Global coordination will create integrated disease surveillance and prevention networks. Disease surveillance networks will provide international tracking and prevention of pathogen spread through coordinated monitoring and information sharing systems. Rapid response protocols will enable coordinated interventions that contain outbreaks within hours through pre-established response procedures and resource allocation systems. Knowledge sharing will provide real-time distribution of prevention and treatment strategies across global networks, ensuring that effective approaches are immediately available wherever they are needed. Supply chain protection will secure feed and supply networks against contamination through comprehensive monitoring and quality assurance systems that prevent disease introduction through commercial channels. Regenerative biosecurity will create systems that strengthen over time rather than simply maintaining protection levels. Self-healing systems will repair and improve continuously through technologies that adapt and enhance protection capabilities based on experience and changing threats. Adaptive protection systems will evolve and strengthen over time through machine learning algorithms that optimize protection strategies based on effectiveness data and changing threat patterns. Ecosystem integration will create biosecurity systems that work with rather than against natural systems, enhancing natural disease resistance mechanisms while providing technological enhancement. Positive feedback loops will create systems where protection and production mutually reinforce each other, ensuring that biosecurity measures enhance rather than compromise operational efficiency and animal welfare. Advanced detection technologies will identify threats at unprecedented levels of sensitivity and specificity. Quantum sensors will detect single pathogens in complex biological samples, enabling identification of disease threats at the earliest possible stages. Molecular-level detection will identify pathogen genetic material before live pathogens are present in sufficient numbers to cause disease, providing maximum early warning capability. Pathogen evolution tracking will use quantum computing to predict pathogen mutations and adaptation, enabling proactive development of countermeasures before resistant strains emerge. Security breach prediction will identify biosecurity vulnerabilities before they are exploited, enabling proactive reinforcement of protection systems. Biological firewalls will create multiple layers of protection that prevent pathogen penetration and establishment. Engineered beneficial bacteria will provide protective microorganisms that compete with harmful pathogens, creating biological barriers that prevent disease establishment. Living immune systems will supplement natural animal immunity with engineered biological protection that provides redundant defense against disease threats. Biological filters will remove pathogens from air, water, and feed through living systems that consume or neutralize harmful organisms while allowing beneficial materials to pass through. Pathogen-resistant environments will create conditions that actively inhibit pathogen survival and transmission while supporting animal health and natural behaviors. Automated response systems will react to threats faster than human operators while maintaining safety and effectiveness. AI-managed crisis response will activate automatically when threats are detected, implementing coordinated response strategies that minimize disease impact. Emergency protocols will execute immediately upon threat detection, ensuring rapid response that prevents disease establishment and spread. Resource mobilization will coordinate personnel, equipment, and materials for optimal threat response without human delay or coordination challenges. Recovery planning will ensure rapid return to normal operations after threat resolution while incorporating lessons learned to improve future protection. Economic optimization will ensure that advanced biosecurity provides positive return on investment through reduced disease costs, improved productivity, and premium market positioning for superior animal health and welfare. Cost-benefit analysis will demonstrate that prevention investments provide superior returns compared to disease treatment and management costs. Insurance value will position biosecurity as essential protection against catastrophic losses that could destroy farming operations and livestock investments. Market advantages will reward superior biosecurity through premium pricing for products from disease-free operations and enhanced reputation for quality and safety. Key insight: by 2040, enhanced immunity and predictive systems will reduce disease incidence by 80 to 95% while maintaining natural animal behavior and environmental harmony. This transformation will position biosecurity as a competitive advantage and profit center rather than a cost center, creating farming systems where disease becomes increasingly irrelevant while animal welfare and productivity reach unprecedented levels.